Hello, knockouts. Tanya TKO here. Let me bring my microphone closer because my energy is so low this morning. So I don't feel like talking loud. All right. Whew. All right. Hello, knockouts. Tanya TKO here. And as you know, I'm a self-love specialist from TanyaTKO.com. I hope you learn how to love yourselves and one another. On this channel, we typically use viral video topics as teachable moments for what self-love or self-abuse looks like in your own life. And I'm going to give you all a few moments to come on in. I have a question this morning. So you all have begun to write me behind the scenes because you've noticed that I haven't been on for a few days. Good morning, everybody. Come on in, come on in. I'm waiting for the text notifications to go out to the text notification squad. Someone just called me auntie. I really do not like being referred to as auntie. Somebody mentioned that in the comments. Like somebody sent me a Cash Apple the other day calling me auntie. I've tried to tell people this in the past. I don't like that. But, you know, the apple came through. I'm just saying. But the last time that, the times in the past that I've tried to correct people on that, they've gotten offended because they like the term auntie. Today, I'm really not in the mood, right? So I'm just really speaking my piece. It's not about what you like, right? If you're calling a person something, they should resonate with it. I don't like being called auntie, you know, I don't. So just have some grace for me, please. And call me something I do like, you know? Call me something I do like. All right, welcome in. I'm waiting for the text hasn't go. Oh wait, has the text gone out yet? Oh, the text just went out, but I didn't get a notification. Oh, because it's outside of my personal notification window. Oh, you know what? I don't have my web captioner up at the bottom, right? I resonate with being called big sister, sis. I like those things. Auntie, I don't really resonate with. Grandma, you know that don't fit. Yeah. No, it's quite all right. There's no issue. I take no issue with it. It's really when you get to know people, you just really have to get to know people. You know what I mean? And it's really not about, like I said, it's not about what we like. It's about what they like. You know, like I don't resonate with being called mommy. You know, mommy, on the other hand, that's a different story. You know, it's a different story. Oh my goodness. All right. So everyone has gotten in here, but I just need to get my web captions up at the bottom for the people who are hearing impaired because we do have some knockouts who bank on, I'm putting the wrong password in. Give me 1 second. Who bank on the captions. So they need the captions. So, you know, I must oblige. Give me 1 second. I want to talk about the pro-Black community this morning. Oh, why is my password not working? Oh, give me 1 second again. Let me try. I'm really not. I'm out of it. I'm out of it. Let me try that again. All right, it went through. Let me just sign in and get the captions up. You know, it's okay if YouTube has restricted the live because I put the word black in the title. It's like in order to talk about black issues, you have to do BM, BW, this, that, BL. And it's just, it's like, come on. This is why I depend on the text notification squad. F all these platforms, honestly. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get the captions up before we jump into the video. And for those of you who are like, oh, just start the video already, just fast forward. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. So, all right, here we go. It should be up now. Perfect. So now we have the captions up at the bottom. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right, let's jump into the topic. Cousin sound like people in LA. What up, cuz? You could just call me sis. You could call me Tanya. I resonate with that. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Grand rising, everyone. Grand rising. All right. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. So a few days ago, this whole story with Michael Nowak, aka Brother Polite, started going viral, made its way to mainstream news and everything, right? And we started talking about it over here. Like, even when I didn't want to talk about it, my spirit forced me to speak on it, right? That's cool. I listen to my spirit. What do you all think of the new lights, by the way? I'm trying something different. I just thought that they were really pretty, so I wanted to try them. Nonetheless, so my spirit made me speak out on it, and I started noticing something very strange happening. A lot of these pro-black people, conscious community people, started coming over to the channel to comment. Cynthia, Nyla, and I went on to break down the demonic mammy phone call that she was trying to say that the 14-year-old girl may have been the predator, right? Just bizarre stuff. So then I noticed that the people who are from this community started coming over to my channel to comment. And their comments were like, you can see, like, they have like names like Heru, At, and then I noticed that the prefix sa must be another one of those. Then they have one even had Hotep in the name, and so they have Ben, I believe, is another one. So they have these names, and they profess this pro-blackness, etc. However, their pro-blackness really only seems to extend to men. One of the things that I noticed, and somebody made mention of this years ago, and I started noticing that, it was quite true. They said that Black women in these images that they use to show the image of the goddess or the queen or whatever it is that they use the Black woman for, that she's mostly nude in these images, that she is a sexual prop, that they have her up there scantily clad, nipples barely covered, punani almost out the door, right? All types of scant clothing and oiled up flesh, and put in provocative poses, and sitting with legs crossed, covering up the nether, but the heather and tether is all out. And I'm like, why? And I remember I did a reaction video to a dude who was saying that the modern woman is trash, and he had SA in the front of his name too. I thought that was just his name. I didn't realize that was a prefix for this quote unquote community. So he was talking about how WAP and how pussy has no value and all of this fuckery, right? Fuckery. And after the video that I did, this quote unquote pro-black conscious community dude started calling Black women bitches. I was confused, because it's like, here are women of the same race as you, of which you claim to be pro, right? In order for a person to be a bitch, a female dog, she would have had to have been birthed of a dog. But you're talking about a human. So how could you call a human who is your counterpart in your race the birth, the offspring of a dog, right? And I'm just confused. I'm confused by the toxicity coming from this community. I'm confused by the hypocrisy. I don't travel in those circles, so I don't know who those dudes are. But I had never heard as many N-words as I heard on their channels. Nigga this, nigga that, nigga, this and that. And I'm confused. Like, I remember when I was young and somebody was like, you're from New York, how do you not know these dudes? And I actually spoke with somebody who was from New York who said that these dudes used to proselytize on 25th, which is 125th Street for those of you who are out of the area, which is in Harlem, and 149th Street, because you know I'm from the Bronx. They would be on 149th Street and 25th, and they would be proselytizing, and they would be breaking down the word and doing the mathematics, right? Do you all remember that when we were little? People, you'd be passing by and people be like, what's today's mathematics, right? You remember? Do you remember that? If you remember that, let me get the comments up at the bottom. If you remember that, oh, now that my background is pink, it doesn't match with my other background anymore. If you remember that, put up the number 1. If you remember people who would be like, what's today's mathematics? And I don't know what the mathematics was or is, but I can only imagine that the mathematics would have to be the scientific word or whatever, right? Because, you know, math is science, right? Math is science. So nonetheless, I remember that they used to be like, what's today's mathematics? I remember the very first little person that I used to, when I was a young teenager, the very first person, he used to get those books. Like they had the books with all those strange drawings of Egypt and all this other stuff. And I remember he was trying to teach me this when I was 15. And he was telling me about some dude who was talking about the dolphins. They're traveling around in spaceships and all this type of stuff. And I was just like, I was like, he cute and all, but I don't know what he was talking about. I was like, when I imagined dolphins with their fins on controllers, you know, flying around in the sky, I couldn't. And he kept trying to push that on me. And I was just like, I was like, Did they do that in other countries? Because I see people who are in England here right now. Did they talk about the day's mathematics out in England or in any other country? Or was that just the United States? Or was that just in New York? I need to know. So nonetheless, right? I realized that there was all of this tremendous hypocrisy, and it's confusing to me. Because it seems like the graciousness, it seems like the love and the camaraderie and all of that other stuff really only stretches as far as Black men. And I don't understand how every single human being on this earth traveled through a woman's womb. And yet these men would still ask, what are you bringing to the table? Who are you? What do you got? What's your purpose? What's your worth? Etc. Meanwhile, the ungratefulness of it, having traveled through the portal of womb men, and then come into this earth and then look up at the portal from whence you came and the portal from whence we all shall go through, and say, who are you? What do you bring to the table? Meanwhile, no one can get here without passing through a woman. I'm confused by all of this. The energy of these people coming to my page, just the heaviness of it, the density of it. I just needed to take a break. I don't want to tangle with these people. These people seem very dangerous, and I don't want to tangle with them. I don't understand how these people claim to be pro-Black, but they're only pro-Black if you agree. Oh, my sound has now come through. If you agree with them, if you are on the same page as them, let me tell you. Do I allow people to call women bitches on my channel? Do I? If you feel the answer is yes, put up a 3. If you feel the answer is no, put up a 4. 3, 4. If you feel the answer is yes, put up a 3. If you feel the answer is no, put up a 4. Do I allow people to call women bitches on my channel? Let me see. So they were doing it in Philly as well? Oh my goodness. That's so strange. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm going to give you all a few moments to come in, and there's a little bit of a delay. So good morning, everybody. There's a good morning. Hey, Black. So there's somebody. Hold on. So somebody is like FAQ these bitches. I don't know if they mean fact these bitches, but here. Hey, we had to have a block party early this morning. All right. All right. Okay. So the people have put up the answers. I'm looking to see if there's any 3 in the midst, right? I'm looking to see, right? Okay. I don't see any 3s. So most people know what time it is. Do I stop you from calling women bitches that we agree with, but the ones we don't agree with, all holds or whatever, no holds barred? Is that how we do it on here? So as long as you agree with me, as long as you're of the same race as me, as long as you this, then we don't call you bitches. But then if you don't agree with me or we don't like your content, then we call women bitches on this channel. Is that how we do it? Right? You all know there's a little bit of a delay, so I'm just going to go ahead and give the answer. Nothing negocio on my channel. It doesn't go down like that. You don't do it in the comments. You don't do it on the lives. We don't do it. We don't do it here, right? And I wonder how in this community that you're Black as long as I agree with you. You're Black as long as you say what I want you to say. You Black as long, and you know what? I'm going to say this, and this may be relevant to some of you. It may be irrelevant to others of you, right? The spelling and grammar, syntax, punctuation, all of those things that I have seen coming from not only the commenters, but the teachers, right, leaves much to be desired. I'm noticing that they are having difficulty spelling simple words, right? And I wonder how much that is related to the fact that they are behaving as they behave, believing what it is that they believe. I'm confused personally by how there's a few things that are confusing to me. You know, I'm going to open up the phone lines because I want to hear from you all, and you can talk about anything that we've been talking about over the past few days, right? I'm confused as to this obsession with East Africa, right? Knowing, and the genetics show that the vast majority of us who were trafficked, right? Listen, we were not sold into slavery because no human being has the right to sell. You do not have dominion over another human being's life. You have no right to quote unquote sell a human. You cannot sell a human being. If a person does not consent, they were trafficked, period. Fight me on it if you choose. Show me how a human being has the right to sell another human being. But nonetheless, we came through the transatlantic trafficking trade, most of us. Genetically, the DNA shows it, right? You can go to these countries and see people who look just like you. I went to Lagos, right? And we traveled up through, up along the highway through Delta State, and we got up to Anambra and Owerri and those places, right? But when I got to Abuja, I saw people that looked just like the people walking around on 125th, 149th, 35th, 25th. I saw people who looked just like that, just like me, right? I don't know, but I'm telling you, I saw people who looked like my uncles in Abuja. Now, they say that Abuja is a new city and all this other stuff, so I don't know. I don't have all of the answers, right? So I personally am confused. I'm confused about this obsession with East Africa and Egyptology and stuff, as if there was nothing noteworthy and of merit that came from the West. I'm confused by this obsession with European designers. I'm confused by the scant cladness of Black women in their imagery. Yet, if a Black woman decides to profit from her own sexualization, then she is denigrated. I'm confused. I'm going to open up the phone lines because I don't have the answers. And that's the thing. I was thinking about this in the shower this morning, where the Buddha says, trust the man who says he's looking for the truth, but don't believe the man who says he's found it. I'm stunned by the number of people who claim that they found the truth, but the vibration that they're vibrating at is so low. Like me, I do not claim to be all knowing. I don't compare. I don't pretend, right? We are on the search for as much information as we can get. I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know. I mean, you all can see that that's not my motif. I've stripped the melanin from my hair, and it's golden. So it's like, you know, that's not, I'm not in that realm. I'm not in that realm. I don't consume the flesh of animals because I don't want deteriorating carcass inside of my body, right? I don't want to contribute to the murder and slaughter of other beings. That's just where it is that I am. But I don't profess to be anything in any space other than the one that I'm in. You know, I rocked my hair natural for years. Most of my life, my hair was natural, most of my life. And I like my hair short like this. And I wanted to try it auburn, then I wanted to go lighter and lighter. And I like this color. And this is how I rock and roll. I like it. Let us open the phone lines. Oh, there's some apples that came in. I haven't set up the apples yet. Let's play a commercial and then we'll come back with the apples. Here we go. Are you tired of missing Tanya TKO's live videos? Arriving late when the video is well underway or about to end? Are you fatigued of only seeing a live video randomly while perusing YouTube and Facebook? Or worse, randomly unsubscribed? Well, now you can get a text notification whenever I go live. No longer are we dependent on the algorithm of these fickle platforms. For just $1.99 a month US and Canada or $4.99 a month international, you get a personalized text message 15 minutes before each live show. Now you can show up early with the Text Squad, meet other people from all over the world, and get invited to secret broadcasts off platform. Most importantly, support your favorite independent creator. Go to TanyaTKO.com and click on text. Join the TKO Text Squad today. For just $1.99 a month US and Canada, or $22 a year if you pay in advance, $4.99 a month international, $50 a year if you pay in advance, you'll never again be tardy to the party. I'll see you on the next broadcast. TanyaTKO.com/text. right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so we're going to open up the phone lines. First, we are going to, oops, I'm sorry. I'm bugging. I'm trying to move the captions over. All right. I'm sorry I look so down this morning. The energy of all of this has just been so draining. It's been so draining and just so debilitating. What am I supposed to be doing right now? Apples. Apples. That's what we're supposed to be doing. I'm sorry. Here we go. What are we doing? Here we go. All right. Okay, so we have the apples that have come in. Lisa sends $10 for support. Thank you, Lisa. We appreciate that. Thank you. Trisha sends $10 and says Eldridge Cleave is the pro-Black group personified. You know, I remember Eldridge Cleaver is the one who wrote, did he write Soul on Ice? Did Eldridge Cleaver write Soul on Ice? Because I read that book when I was young. Anthony sends $5 and says, love your facial expressions. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. And so, let's see. What are we supposed to be doing now? I don't even know what opening the phone lines. We're supposed to be opening the phone lines. I'm sorry. I'm out of it this morning. I needed time to just repair my energy on the inside. And I took the time. And so we're back now. And I'm opening up the phone lines. I want to hear from you. Phone lines are open. Here we have it right there. 323-488-3149. This is the number scrolling across the screen. You can call in live. I'm taking your calls. I want to hear from you about what we're talking about right now in terms of the pro-Black community and being so pro-Black man and not really down for the womb holders. I'm curious about your point of view about that. All right. So, is there nobody? I'm sure somebody has a phone call to make in. We have a few seconds delay. So how do I feel? I really don't want to talk about that type of stuff in terms of, this, that, and the other. I feel that people have to make the decisions that's right for them for what they're going to get injected in their bodies. Each person has to do what is right for them. This has been so polarizing. And it's been so polarizing. All right. So 323-488-3149. I'm looking for your phone calls now. And we're talking about the pro-Black community. We're talking about the exposés that we've had, the diabolical, demonic mammy that called in to disrespect that child. And say that the child, I'm sorry. I thought I turned on the phone lines. I'm sorry. I told you I'm out of it. Sorry. There's a few calls that I just missed. Try again. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name? Hello? Oh, you know what? I need to make sure that I can hear you. Your sound is not coming through for some reason. Did you all hear anything from the caller? If you heard something from the caller, just type you heard the caller, because I didn't hear the caller. And I don't know if the caller heard me, because, sometimes the audio settings, you set the audio, and then the next thing you know, the audio is, there's apples coming through. Let's see. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name? I need you to just bear with me for one moment. It seems like we're having an audio issue, and I don't know why we're having this audio issue. It happens like that sometimes. Um, yeah, I don't think they can hear me. Incoming call up the screen calls. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. We tested this already, and it's we have a WhatsApp call coming through. Give me 1 second. Everything is all over the place. So you could not hear the caller. Something was going on. So the microphone is the audio out. Hold on, I gotta let me at least get the WhatsApp calls up since, give me 1 second. If you're calling through WhatsApp, I need you to just try again. I need you to try again because it was, I had to open up the app in order to be able to get the call. So someone was calling from England. I need to figure out my audio issues with the phone lines, and it shouldn't be having this issue. Let me just close. I'm going to close the browser and open it back up again because I should not be having those issues because I just tested this out yesterday. Yesterday it was working.
As experts in online education.
I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm going to try that again with the phone and then go from there. All right. I'm sorry. I know I am not cohesive and not on point this morning. Bear with me anyway. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name? We're still having the audio issue. So let me see what I can do about fixing this behind the scenes because they're not hearing me and it's usually a settings issue why that happens. I need to go into the settings for the browser. I need to go into appearance, privacy, use desktop, start page. I need to here. And the call is supposed to be coming through. I'm not seeing the call. Hello, you're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Ivan from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah, hi, Ivan. So talk to us. I need to just make sure that everyone can hear you because we were having some audio issues for a few moments.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you all can hear him, go ahead and just put up the number 5. I'm gonna wait for that because we were just having some audio issues, and so I'm just waiting for the 5. So just bear with us for a moment. Somebody's saying coffee or tea might help. You hear it ringing? Oh, hold on. I think you're talking about okay, so they can hear you. So go ahead, Ivan.
Yeah, and I was listening to you said in regards to the subject, why does it seem like some of the pro-black community is so anti-black woman?
Yeah.
In what regard? I'm not doubting. I'm just trying to see so I like to have I keep things in proper context. There's certain groups I would say, but some of them are and some of them aren't. But in what regard would you say that it is so I can make sure I'm on point?
Okay. So as stated in the beginning part of the video, calling black women bitches, disrespecting black women who I'm sorry, the phone is still is going off over here. I'm gonna try to turn off this ringer. Let me see, I don't even know how to turn off the ringer on an iPhone.
That's why I don't have one because I don't know how to operate them.
Listen. Somebody help me. How do you turn off the ringer on an iPhone? I need help with that. I don't know how to do it. So I just have to, I guess we're going to be dealing with the ringing. In terms of anti-Black woman, I'm just talking about the lack of protection for Black women, using Black women as sexual props, and this faux sense of this it's the pantomiming of support for Black women, like we see with brother Polite, Michael Nowak. And so he'll be like, oh, the Black woman is God, this, that, and the other. But then on the other hand, pimping out Black women and having Black women, even in his own life, propped up as sexual props. We showed an image of him with 4 women walking and him dressed up like a pimp and the women looking like ladies of the night walking with him, but really not true protection and upliftment of the Black woman. And also, so let's start with that. Let's start with that. Not protecting Black women, using Black women as props, calling Black women bees and stuff like that. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I have 5 sisters, so I have a problem with that. And it's unfortunate. I actually have met Brother Polite some years back, and I didn't know that stuff about him. And you don't know everything about a person, so I see, if any of those allegations are true about him, I think it's absolutely disgusting. Those allegations against him about those young girls and all that kind of stuff like that. And then that calling Black women bitches. And my father did that to my mother growing up. And so that's something that I've never done. Now,
Yeah,
I'm part of a group that, yes, ma'am.
okay, I hate to cut you off because we only have limited time per phone call, and I want you to get to the root of the matter. This is not about you, Ivan, personally, because I'm sure
Yes,
you
ma'am.
wouldn't call
Okay.
in if you behave that way. However, I'm talking about the community at large. And why does this seem to be so prevalent? You have this person, young Pharaoh, who beat his young wife or his young girlfriend, child's mother, beat her. I heard that the baby dropped from her arms as he was beating her, and all of this other stuff. So it's like these quote unquote pro Black men, these quote unquote conscious men, and we see it time and time again. Like even with Eligio, who is AKA Nature
Mhm.
Boy, how Black women are used, abused, discarded, not really truly uplifted, not given agency. So I'm not seeing businesses being formed with women. Like if you're going to have multiple wives or whatnot, okay, if everyone is down with that, that's fine. But it seems like
Mhm.
the women are kept subjugated. They're not empowered to have businesses and be thriving and create a
Mhm.
community of empowerment for Black women and girls. So that's part of the issue that I'm seeing. Go ahead.
Right, right. I would say that there's nowhere in the world you can be pro-Black if you're anti-Black woman. It's not you can't be pro-Black, be anti-Black woman. It's a fraud. I know all those brothers that you're talking about. I've never really cared for any of those brothers because I've learned a lot about them. When I see people talk like they talk, I always do my own personal digging. But it seems like some of those brothers like that, they are anti. I don't really understand why it's like that. It's unfortunate, that those people put that material out there like they're so pro-Black woman and they love the Black woman, but in their personal lives, it always comes to light. It's a sickening thing. I think those the Black men that don't disrespect Black women and love and respect Black women, I think more can be done. I think more can be done
Okay.
for the protection of the Black woman. I do. I'm a part of a group, and I'm in the Nation of Islam. We don't do that to Black women. We don't. We're very hard on men who disrespect not just women in the nation, but Black women. Period. We're very hard on men that disrespect and dog Black women out. Even men among us, if they do something to a woman in our group, we handle it. We handle them. We take them out to the woods per se, if it's found to be true. If there's a disrespect of women, so that's not something that we do. It's unfortunate that there should be more protection coming from Black men, conscious Black men who really care for Black women. So we got to do better.
I would really love, let me tell you what I consider pandering on this channel is when people call up and repeat my own talking points and just continue to agree with me and just I need substance. I need to find out
Mhm.
your thoughts on why and what can be done. I don't really want just people just calling and agreeing with me.
Well, no, I'm not. Because I agree that it is. I agree that there is a problem. There's just a lot to figure out. I'm not one to try to front like I understand completely. Part of it is I think there's a misunderstanding. There's a not a misunderstanding. There's a lack of caring of the value about the value of black women, and this is why it's so easy for some of those people to do what they do because that's not a really good understanding, a great understanding of the value of the female and the actual nature of the female. And if you don't understand the nature of the female, you can't value her properly. And so I think that has a
What
lot to do with
female
it.
are
And
we
then
talking about? What you said of the
huh,
female? The female what?
black woman, the black woman, just the nature of the
Oh,
female, the value of what she.
because a female is just it doesn't denote that you're talking about a human. It's just female.
Well, black
Eh,
woman. I'll say that the value of
Oh,
the black woman. I'm sorry.
oh,
Just not
okay.
understanding the value of the black woman and not really caring, not even caring to figure out or study the value of her and what she brings and the value of what she has to
What has the
bring. I
Nation
think
of Islam done? I remember I
huh?
used to get when I was in high school, I used to see the dudes selling the final call papers. What has the Nation of
Huh?
Islam done as a group? Because it seems like we're still dealing with the same issues in 2021 that we were dealing with in
Yes, ma'am.
2001 and
Huh?
1991 and 1981. It seems like the same issues are here. What has the Nation of Islam done? Where's the farms and the farmland and all of that stuff? Where's the bank? Is there a Nation of Islam bank for
No, that's not.
community building?
That's in the makings. But there's 80. The Nation of Islam has 88,000 acres of land, and they plant and there's food, there's organic food being grown. There's a lot of giveaways. We buy it, but they do a lot of community service, giving away a lot of food
Where's
to
this
the
land?
to,
What's the
to
name
those
of the
who.
farm?
It's in Michigan. I don't know the name of it. It's in Michigan. The main farm is in Michigan.
You
Uh,
don't know the name of the farm?
it's the Nation of Islam farm. It's just called the Nation of Islam farm, but it's
Hold
in
on, let me
Michigan though.
Google this. Hold on, let me Google this. Because if the Nation of
Hmm.
Islam has a farm where they're growing food, then we should know
Hmm.
about this. We should have
Well,
CSAs set up so that we can have these
you
groceries
can go on
delivered
the
to
website.
us.
You can go on. I'm sorry. You can go on NOI.org and get all the information. But it doesn't have a farm, and I actually have. My wife passed away a few years back, but I still have a lot of the beans and a lot of the stuff that she purchased. Like I still have 2.5. We get 50-pound bags of the navy beans and stuff like that. And a lot of the products
Okay, so
before she passed.
I'm going to tell you what I see on Google.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
All right. I'll make this larger so other people can see it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I Googled Nation of Islam farm. It came up with, the farm in Michigan. It says
Mm-hmm.
fire destroys Farragon's Michigan farm. This was 2004. Then
That
it
was a
says
long time ago. Yeah,
2000,
it's
then
not
it
like
says
that now.
2015. It says Nation of Islam Michigan farm hosts agriculture seminar. Then
Mm-hmm.
2020 it says led by Farrakhan, Nation of Islam convention returns home to it doesn't continue forward. So
I
I'm see
I was
uh-huh.
just there. I was just at the farm here just a year and a half ago in Michigan. It's there. I
Okay.
was just there. I was just there. Yes, ma'am. Hmm.
Okay.
I went to a
Well,
convention there.
listen, so
Yes,
if
ma'am.
they, so okay, so you say that they have a farm. We're going to take you at your word. I just Googled, I'm looking up some images now,
Hmm.
and I don't see images of, wait a minute, what's this I see right here?
Hmm.
I see a bud. Oh my. Oh, but that says that that the bud is cast out. I see an old
Hmm.
photo of Malcolm X. I don't see images of the farm.
Hmm.
So you said that you were just there?
I was just there a year and a half ago. Yes, ma'am. At a
Okay.
convention. Yes, ma'am. Before
And
before COVID hit.
and so how do people get groceries from the farm?
They in various cities, what they do is they order like whatever chapters in the city that you're from. You have to
Hmm.
contact that. But whenever they do the orders, you have to contact that particular like whatever mosque or study group. Like here in Tulsa, people know that we have a study group here, and so when we order from the farm, we let the public know when the next order is coming. We have a chapter in Oklahoma City. And so we order so much, and then after a while, it takes about 2 weeks for your products to come back, but it's ordered through whatever chapters in your city.
Okay, so you said
Whenever
if
the
I go
order
to the website, what website do I go to get more information?
NOI.org.
All right, hold on. All right, so we're going to the website right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I just pulled up the website. And so where do we go to find more information about the farm and what they're doing and stuff like that?
You have to go through, you have to scroll up, and it has a lot of tabs. It has the Final Call newspaper, the agriculture, Nation of Islam agriculture. You just go through all the different tabs, and it'll give you whatever information you want to look up.
I'm
You
I'm
can
on the I'm on the website, and so I don't see the tabs at the top that you say
you have to
show.
scroll up. You have to scroll. You have to scroll because it'll bring up what a webinars and I mean the what do you
Not
call it
on
when
not
the
on
Sunday webcast.
NOI.org. I want to see what you're talking about because I see
Right. That's
NOI.org, I see webcast,
yeah.
I see news and info, I see donate, and
Yeah.
I see store. Where's the information I
News
want to
and
find?
info.
Okay, news and
News
info.
and info is where you can go to find everything that you want to find out about it. And then you hit
Okay,
in the
so
tab and you can.
so hold on. So I'm on that tab.
Mhm.
I'll click on it and see what comes up because I buy my vegetables. I like buying my vegetables from a CSA, so I really want to find this out. Nation of Islam official statement on U.S. Capitol assault. Minister Louis Farrakhan remarks at the Nation African Black leadership. I don't see anything about the farm.
I'll find out. But I'll do what I can do is if I can get you information. This is what I'll do. If I can, do you have uh, your Instagram, your email, or whatever? What I can do is I can find out as much as information I can about it, and I'll get it to you.
Okay, wonderful. So, how did you happen to find my page this morning if you don't know who I
I'm,
am?
I'm, I'm subscribed to you. I've listened to your show a lot.
Oh, okay. You're subscribed on
I'm a
YouTube or
subscriber,
Facebook?
ma'am.
You're subscribed on YouTube or Facebook?
YouTube.
Okay.
I started listening to you about 2 years ago.
Inside the description of the video, there's a link to my page where you can contact me. It's just tanyatko.com and click on contact.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do that. Yeah, I've been subscribed to you for about 2 years. I've listened to your show for about 2 years.
Oh, what is it that you like about my show, Ivan?
Well, I mean, you have some very interesting subjects. I've listened to your take on black men. I've heard black men attack you, and I'm the kind of person I make up my own mind about a person, and then some of your content I like it. So I listen to good content. I like to. It's been informative. I've learned a lot from you. I've watched a lot of your takes on different things in the news, and I know some people have said that you don't hold women accountable when they're in error, and I've seen that you have on various occasions when things happen and women are out of line. I've seen you say something about it as well as men. So I'm not the kind of person that goes with the crowd and say this is how a person is. I listen for myself, and then I'm
Okay,
not into
gotcha.
attacking anybody, especially black women or black people in general, when they're out trying to do something and put good information out to the public for the better of people. I don't attack people like that. I just listen and gain information for myself to help myself. I lost my wife to breast cancer about almost 3 years ago. And, it's just been a lot that I've had to deal with. And I've learned a lot about women dealing with my wife. I really didn't really know the depth of dealing with a woman until I got married and had to take care of my wife when she got sick up until she died. Yeah.
Wait, so you didn't know much about women until you had to take care of your wife when she was ill?
No, I learned a lot about this is what I mean. There's a lot that men don't understand about women. And being married and having to deal with taking care of my wife, like for instance, when she got sick, I had to do everything, all the cooking, all the cleaning, and I was working 3 jobs because I had to get extra insurance to try to help take care of her when she was going to her treatments and stuff. And so I had to do a lot. But as men, a lot of times, we have a natural element of selfishness in us that only a woman can help balance. And so when she got sick, everything had to be about her, and my own needs and stuff had to be laid to the side to make sure she was okay. So I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about women and the nature of women dealing with my wife. My wife was a great woman, absolutely wonderful woman.
Okay.
And so I
Well,
miss
we
her
thank you.
because that's the first time I was really in love. I was really in love for the first time. I was 40
Okay.
when I
Well,
got married the first time.
let me ask you this question as a man
Yes,
who is, Muslim. You consider yourself Muslim, correct?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, if it's difficult for a man to understand one woman, why do you think there are so many men, Muslim men, in fact, who feel that they can handle four women?
Well, here's
Hold
the
on,
thing.
let me just say this. I'm gonna put you on mute for just one moment, okay? Give me 1 second. Listen, I'm really not in the mood this morning. I see that listen, Black, Tanya, if you're in here, please start putting people in timeout who are disrespecting the callers. I'm not in the mood for it. Listen, if you want to be just across the board, just angry and upset, this is not the time and the place for it. The man is speaking. You don't have the courage to call in. Take your black ass and call in on the phone. Stop insulting the caller. Stop insulting the caller. He's speaking from his point of view. I asked him what solutions the Nation of Islam has, right? I'm not in the Nation of Islam, and that's not my religion. He says that they have a farm. I looked up the farm. I'm waiting to get more information about it. Why do you have to attack him about that? I'm confused. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's confusing. Let me take him off hold. All right, thank you so much for holding. You were saying?
Are you saying about what most men can't? Most men can barely handle one woman. That's first. That's first. Let me make that very clear. I only can deal with one at a time. No, don't want to. I don't, and only want to deal with one. The Holy
So
Quran
why do you
allows
think
me.
so many men think that they can deal with four women? I'm confused. Help me understand that.
Well, it's that's an individual thing. Some men just want more than one woman and don't know what to do with it. They think they
Okay.
can, but they really can't. Now, I'll say this: it's allowable in Islam, but the Holy Quran also says one is better for you if you but knew. You have to be very wise to even deal with one. Most men are not wise enough to have to learn over a protracted period of time how to even just deal with one. So most men are not equipped to deal with more than one woman at
Okay.
all.
Somebody asked, why do women have to be on their deathbed for men to, I didn't see the final part of it, but I think it had something to do with, having the empathy and understanding for women. Why is it that it took your wife getting ready to leave Earth for you to really truly understand or try to understand, what her contribution is or was?
That's an assumption. They don't know my full story. So that's an assumption that they're making based on what they heard me say before she got sick. See, when we got married, she was in remission when we got married. So we had a wonderful relationship before she got sick, while she was sick, and I was taking care of her. But I didn't learn her value just because she got sick. It was a process. It was a learning process the whole time. It's just that cancer came into the situation and it intensified what I had to do.
Got
That's
you.
all. I was deeply in love with her. I knew that when we got married, she only had one breast when I proposed to her, and after I proposed to her, she decided to get reconstructive surgery. And it was something that I told her she didn't have to do that, but I told her if that's what she wanted to do, I would support her. So it didn't take her going to her deathbed for me to learn the value. It's just that I learned a lot in the process. That's all.
All right. Well,
And I'm
thank you
thankful
so
for the
much.
experience. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you calling in, taking the time to speak with us this morning. Thank you. Have a great day. And go to my website and send me the information because I'd like to order from the farm if it's possible.
Yes, ma'am. And I really appreciate you allowing me an opportunity to speak. And I'm going to continue to listen and tune into your show. I listen to you all the time. Even when I don't get a chance to catch you live, I go back and look at videos all the time. So I'm on your material all the time.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
All right. There's somebody who's telling me to smile and lighten up. Don't get blocked this morning. I smile when I choose to smile. All right? As simple as that. Don't tell me what to do. I don't tell you what to do. I don't tell anybody what to do. I have educational videos and you decide what's best for you. Don't tell me what to do. Don't get blocked this morning. All right. So the phone lines are open. We're talking about, and listen, somebody just said he's a good man. We don't know if he's a good man. We don't know that. We're not going to assume. We're not going to assume. We don't know. We ask questions and we remember that people are human. As simple as that. Nobody is perfect. People are human. All right. So we have some apples that have come in. All right. And here, Theron sends $10 and says, I'm from Cameroon and love your content. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And then we have Jacqueline. Oh, it looks like the WhatsApp is, but it seems like I'm not able to. It seems like I'm not able to answer from my browser like I used to be able to. You're on the air live with Tanya. What is your name? Hello. It seems like the audio issue is on again, off again. We're just having issues this morning in terms of that. Let's see.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
It's Kaiser. Kaiser.
Your name is Kaiser.
Yeah, Kaiser or Sergeant Mark or the
Your name is
polymath. All of them.
Sergeant Mark.
No. Kaiser, the polymath.
I can't understand what you're saying. Kaiser the what?
Polymath.
Kaiser the Polyman?
Yes.
Okay, so you sent me some messages on WhatsApp and you said your caller is a simp, caping hard, stupid simp, simp. Now, under ordinary circumstances, I would just block you. But do
Oh,
you
okay.
understand why I would? Do you understand why I would block you?
I get it. Yeah.
Okay, but since we're live on the air, listen, do not send me abusive messages. Don't send me messages calling people names. I don't resonate with that. What is it that makes you feel that this man is a simp?
Okay. He gave a point of view of his wife's
We
point of view.
we have we have we
However,
have a really terrible connection. I'm gonna try you back again. Make sure that
okay.
you're connected well to the internet because the connection is really bad, okay?
Hello.
Kaiser?
Yeah. Is it any better?
We'll see. So, first of all, what is your definition of a simp?
A simp is a person that chooses to allow others to walk over him to his detriment.
I can't to do what? To go above him to his detriment? Is that what you said?
To go above and beyond for someone else to your
To
own
go
detriment.
to go above and beyond for someone else to your own detriment. So, who do you
Yes.
feel that he was being a simp to?
His wife.
You feel that he was being a simp to his wife, the woman who
Yes.
was dying
Because
of breast cancer?
correct.
To please explain this so we can understand.
Okay. Nowhere did he say that his wife did anything for him. It was for him to let go of his own feelings just to cater
So
to hers.
I'm
He
gonna
took
need to repeat after you because your audio is really bad still. So you said nowhere did he say that his wife did anything for him, that he just
exactly.
basically talked about what he did for his wife.
Exactly.
And so you feel that that
That's,
made him a simp because he did not describe
that's a
what
sin.
his wife did for him.
Exactly. A relationship is about both people giving their all, sacrificing something for each other. He's out
So,
here talking about how he understood his wife. What about his wife understanding things from his perspective?
let me ask you
That's a
this
simp.
question. Let me ask you this question. Are you pro-black? Are you like of this pro-black conscious community?
Uh, yes.
Yes. Okay. So let's dive into this a little bit better. But what's going on? I really want to be able to hear you. What's going on with your internet connection?
Uh, Give me a second. I'm gonna leave.
We can't hear that, but I heard you say, "Give me a second."
Yeah.
So, okay.
Hello, Nina.
Yes. Talk some more so we can see if the connection is better.
Okay. Is it still bad?
This is actually a much better connection. I don't know what you did, but that's great. Thank you. All right. So you feel that he described a story, and in his story he said that his wife had breast cancer and that he took care of his wife while she was sick. Your response to that is to say that he was a simp because he went above and beyond for his dying spouse without describing what it is that she did for him. And you say that a relationship is, a two-way street where she's supposed to do for him and he's supposed to do for her. Is that correct?
Exactly. See, his wife is dying. She could have still said, okay, you know what? What is it that I can do for you? She could do just, reading a book, whatever it is, something to show that representation of that, I get how you feel. You're sacrificing your time, your love, attention to me,
Your
trying to
connection
somehow
went back
answer.
bad again. Your connection went bad again. I'm sorry. We're just not able to hear you.
Okay.
But basically what I'm gathering is, so I'm gonna wrap this up. What I'm gathering is that you're saying that while she was sick, she could have done something to show her worth, like reading to him or doing something to also give to him while she was dying.
Exactly.
And so this is part of the issue that I had when I created this broadcast. How did you even come across my videos? You said your name was
Uh,
Ivan, the poly, no, Kaiser, the poly.
yes.
Okay.
Through manosphere stuff.
So you came across my content through Manosphere stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. How did my content come up in relation to Manosphere stuff?
All right. I made a video about that person that was charged with, molesting
Oh, so
someone.
then just, okay, so all of the stuff combined just started showing
Yeah.
stuff, related things. Okay,
Right.
so in the manosphere, what is it, the main messages from the manosphere that resonate with you? What's the main message? Because obviously you're in that community for a reason. So what resonates with you mostly?
Men not being simps. You
Men
see,
not being simps.
there's an idea. Yeah, there's an idea that men don't understand women emotionally or empathy. But the truth is, men don't understand women. Women don't understand men. It's just women are more vocal about this, so their
Okay,
ideas resonate more with culture. The truth is, people don't understand each other. And
okay.
that man is an example of a simp. Myself, I'm trying not to be a simp, not to be pro man or pro woman, to be just pro people.
Okay. So, you know what I have found, right? I heard you say that your definition of a simp is someone who goes above and beyond for someone else to their detriment. But I have found that the people who use the term simp use that term towards men who they feel go above and beyond for women. Am I correct in saying that it's a
Yes,
okay.
that's what
So
they mean, yes, but they don't have a good definition.
right. So I This is what inspired the title of this video about the pro-Black community really being anti-Black woman. What you're saying is that this woman, as she was dying, in the story that he described, he talked about one aspect of the story, but he said that this was a woman that he was tremendously in love with, and that she did so much in the house, that she did so much for the family, that he didn't realize how much she did until she was ill and he had to take care of her and do all of that stuff himself. But what you heard was that she was not contributing as she was dying. And I urge you, how old are you?
29.
You're almost 30 and you hold these views. I
Uh,
urge you, listen, I urge you to realize that where it is that you're going may not lead you to where it is that you want to be. In the manosphere, who are the people who have the healthy relationships with women, who are married, who love their wives love them, their wives are supported, and they are supported as well? Who? Give me the name of someone in the manosphere.
I can give you one.
Give
Ike
me.
Ogiamen.
What?
I can give you one. Ike. He's married. He's a
His
successful
name is
businessman.
Ike.
Ike, yes.
Ike Gammon.
Ogiamen. Yes.
Yamian. Okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
Ogiamen. You'll find him on YouTube.
I'm gonna look him up right now. And so you said that he has, what is it that makes you feel that his relationship with his wife is a healthy one?
I know his wife. She loves him. He loves her. And he's successful.
So what is it that makes you feel that their relationship is healthy? Because just loving each other doesn't mean that the relationship is healthy.
Okay. There's an understanding that he's a leader. She understands that his role is provision of love, support, and security. She provides him care. She takes care of his needs, tries to see if he's overworking. Just very
I,
emotionally supportive.
okay, so she
Yep.
supports him emotionally. He supports the family financially. I looked up Ike Oki Gami, and I couldn't find him. Spell the last name for
Sorry,
me.
Ogiamien.
Okay. So Ike Okigamian, this guy is a really small. Wait, is he albino?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I think I found his page, right, or his channel. So I'm seeing that the truth behind OnlyFans banning explicit content. Um, I'm not seeing much else from him. So he has 4,000 subscribers and you happen to be one of them. So he has a really small channel. Great resignation. Why are people, where's his wife in these videos?
You won't see the wife in the videos.
You won't see his wife. So you're saying that you know him personally. So he's in England.
Correct. No, he's American.
So how do you know him personally?
Uh, I just know him.
You know him personally. You speak to him on the phone and you and him hang out.
Correct.
Okay. And so you know what's going on behind the scenes in your marriage.
Yeah, they're happy. Yeah.
You think that they're happy, but you don't know for sure.
Well, he's told me he's happy, so he seems happy. Yes.
Okay. And so you feel that this man, Mike Ogiamian, that if his wife were dying, she had one of her breasts already chopped off, she was in remission, got cancer again, and was dying, that on her deathbed, she should be contributing to her husband. And you feel that his wife would do that.
I can't comment on that. There's some lines I can't cross.
So you don't know whether or not his wife would be, but you said that this is the relationship that you would like to emulate. But you said that the man who was on the phone was a simp, but this man is the real man that you would like to emulate. He's in the manosphere community and you like his message, you resonate with his message because you say that he is not a simp, he has a good relationship with his wife, but you can't comment on whether or not whether or not he would demand that his wife give to him as she's dying.
Right. See, I think what you use there, demand. Maybe I misunderstood the previous gentleman, but it's not about demand. It's the fact that he didn't say that she did anything. It's not the fact that she did anything. It's he didn't voice that my wife got to understand how I felt. My wife got to see how things are from my perspective. He was only giving it as if somehow
He said
he
in
got to
one
understand her.
sentence,
Sorry?
right? But let me ask you this question. From your point of view, when it comes to relationships, you feel that men give more to women than women give to men?
No, I think people give to each other, and both sides don't want to understand from each other. Both sides
Baby,
project.
baby,
Women project
baby,
that
baby, baby, baby. I'm
men don't
asking you a
understand,
question. I'm asking you a
and
question.
then
Do you feel that it's not equal? I'm telling you, it's not equal. Do you feel that the scales are tipped more towards men giving to women than women give to men in relationship? It's not. I'm telling you, it's not equal. So one side gives more across the board. On average, in relationships, one side gives more. I'm asking you whether or not you feel that that side is the male side across the board giving more to the female side.
in terms of responsibility, men have more responsibility. Things are more on them,
I'm
but women
talking
add
about
value that can't
I'm
be
talking ab-
quantified.
I'm talking about giving to the relationship. I'm not talking about who is paying more. I'm talking about giving to the relationship, giving of themselves to the relationship. Who do you think gives more of themselves to the relationship across the board, men or women?
I would say women in that case, if it's giving themselves.
Okay. So
But
you yourself can admit that in relationships that women give of themselves more in the relationship across the board, that it's not even. That a woman
correct.
will sacrifice herself, sacrifice her life, sacrifice her youth, sacrifice her time, give of her money, her energy, her whatever it is that she feels that she has, that she will give it in this relationship. And so, what is it that you feel that men are giving in these relationships that compare to what the woman is giving?
Responsibility.
What
When
type
things
of
mess up,
responsibility?
responsibility is on the man. It's very rare that a woman accepts that she was the one who was flawed in any way. It's very rare. So that responsibility means, for example, if I might get married now and I don't have enough money, that responsibility is on me. The culture, society, the pressure is for me to make sure my family is okay.
Okay, so
She
besides
doesn't
money,
have the pressure.
she shouldn't have
It's
to. Besides money, what is it that the man is giving so much of in the relationship? Besides money,
his time. His time is valuable.
his time doing what
He could be working instead.
instead of
So
what?
of interacting in a lovey-dovey way.
So he could be working instead of being in the relationship.
Instead of spending time there, yes,
In the relationship. So this is what I'm hearing you say, and I need you to correct me if I'm wrong. The man gives money into the relationship. Besides money, what he gives is his time, which could be spent working.
correct.
If he doesn't give his time in the relationship, will he have a relationship?
Well, there's a contradiction here because women also like the men who have more money. So they tend to choose
I'm
those men.
asking you a question. I want you to answer the question. If he doesn't give his time in this relationship, will he have a relationship?
After a while, no.
Okay. So he invests his time in a relationship with this woman, and his investment of time in that relationship maintains the relationship. Does a man benefit from a relationship with a woman?
Yes.
How does he benefit from a relationship with a woman?
A woman gives the man branding uh, efforts. She's a marketing department. She
Excuse
allows
me?
him, she presents him in a way to the rest of the world that's more acceptable. She helps to smoothen out the rough edges and increases earning potential if she's a woman of value.
So the woman is a prop for him to make more money.
Not prop, more like marketing department. It's important to have a marketing team.
A prop, like a
No, I
billboard.
can't say that.
You're saying a woman is a prop, that this prop that he walks alongside will make him more marketable to other people and make him make more money because she's a part of his branding.
That's not what I'm saying. Not prop. She is a supporting role to support him to reach his peak. A woman is attracted to a man who's better than her. This is just general. So she's there to support him reach his potential.
So
Without her,
there. She's there to support him and reach his potential. Support him in what way?
okay. So some men can be focused on one track mind, their business, their work, 80 hours a week. She adds the value of increasing the enjoyment in that relationship, which helps his mental health become steady. She helps to push him, to give him inspiration to be a better man. She helps by giving inspiration of responsibility. She's there with the family and children so that he can be responsible, that he can now develop that ability to lead and to manage and be responsible. So she adds a lot of value.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that the woman motivates him. The woman supports. The call has been stopped for a moment. We're waiting for him to come back on. It seems like he's not going to be able to come back on. He's lost his internet connection. We'll try back again. We've lost him. Oh, we've got him back.
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on with your connection?
Sorry, I'm not sure I lost connection.
All right. So what you're saying is a woman supports a man emotionally. She supports him psychologically. She motivates him. She provides children to him. She is a marketing tool. She helps him make more money, right? All of these different things. So what it
Yes.
sounds like is his worth increases, his desire to even make more money increases. He actually makes more money. People like him better when he has this woman. So she's doing all of these things and his worth and value is increasing. So he's actually making more money because of her. So the money that he's making is because of her. If I put out an advertisement and that advertisement brings me more money, I have made more money because of that ad, correct? You said that she's a marketing tool.
Yes.
So then the money that he makes is her money.
Yes, and women spend most of the money men make. That's how it is.
So I'm trying to figure out, right? I'm trying to figure out if we know across the board that women contribute so much more to relationships than men do, that a man basically brings money into the relationship, and the more money that he brings actually is brought in there because of her, his longer life, his better health, his legacy continuing on, his culture being passed down, all of that happens because of women, right? And all he does is bring some money to the table. And this man talked about his wife dying, right? His wife dying. And him supporting his wife while she was dying. And in your mind, you imagine that he's a simp for taking care of a dying woman, knowing what it is that we know about relationships with men, that she probably gave and gave and gave to this relationship for a long time before she got sick. But in your mind, he's a simp for taking care of a woman that we know probably gave more into the relationship than he ever did?
The reason I called him a simp is because he didn't specify the fact that she also got to understand how the sacrifices he makes. The point
Why
here
does he
is
need to
both
say that?
sides need to.
Listen, why does he need to say that in a sentence where he's talking about taking care of his dying wife? Why does he need at that moment to try to satisfy you when you already know in your mind that she has most likely given more to this relationship than he did? Why does every sentence have to be about what the woman has also given when we can already assume that she has already given? That's his wife.
Because that's the part of the get that. But the point here I was trying to make is, for a relationship to be successful, both sides have to see the value each side brings,
Where's
and they
your
have to be
wife?
audible about this.
Where's your wife that's happy? I want to speak to your happy wife.
I'm not married just yet.
Okay. Do you think that you're going to make a woman happy with this talk and this behavior? Do you think that a woman will be happy?
I can't comment on if she'll be happy, but
Baby,
she'll be
I
well taken
need
care of.
you. This and taken care of and happy are two different things. Will she be happy with a man who has your mentality?
Um, I hope so.
So you honestly, listen, we know, and your answer was very clear. You don't think that she'll be happy. You don't think that you have what it takes to make a woman happy in any other way besides bringing in money that she's going to help you make. And you don't feel that with your mentality and the way that you behave that she's going to be happy. What is it that a woman is going to get out of a relationship with a man who has a mentality like yours that is going to fulfill her as a human being, that is going to make her want to
Okay.
get up each day and be in this relationship and in this life with you, go through this journey with you, and not want to wake up each morning wishing that she was dead? What do you have that a woman would want to be in relationship with?
Finance, security, strength, ability to do and act the way that she wants in life, knowing that I will protect her no matter what. I'll always be on her side. I don't have to be as emotionally expressive toward her, but I'll show it with my actions. She will know that she has a owner who, her children, will have the best in life. So you don't have to worry about these things that, many, especially black women, complain about, not being protected, not being covered. You don't have to worry about all those things because I'll be there. I'll be that strong foundation. See, a simp, right? I don't want to use that man as an example, but
You
a
know,
simp
so
will
hold
give
on
him
before
her
hold
love,
on.
as she says. Sorry. Go on.
Hold on. Let's go into that part first. I mean, after we go into this other part first, okay? So basically, you said what you have to give a woman is finances. She'll be well taken care of. Upon pressing further, you said that there are other things that you can give her, right? I'm gonna write these down. Go ahead.
Yes.
Tell me what you can give her.
Security,
Okay, security. Go ahead. What else?
undivided backing. I'll be on her side always.
Hold on. Undivided backing. What do you mean by that?
I'll always take her side and
You're going to
defend
take
her.
her side? So, like when
Hmm.
she's dying with breast cancer and somebody says, well, why the fuck ain't you reading to him? You're going to take her side.
I'm not going to comment on that, but I'll be on her side.
You're on the phone with me. And if you're not going to comment, you don't need to be on the phone with me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm asking you questions because I want to know how you think and I want to understand this because I don't spend time in the manosphere, but I'm happy that you called because you give me insight into the way the manosphere thinks. So you said that you will always take her side, and I asked you a question. Please answer that question.
Okay. Can you reiterate the question so I'm clear?
You said you will always take her side, and I asked you whether or not you would take her side when somebody asks when she's dying and sick why the hell she ain't reading to you. Are you going to take her side then?
Um, she can answer for herself in that case, but if she's being
No.
attacked, I'll defend
Uh-huh.
her.
So you're going to defend her. If a person is saying, you're dying, why aren't you reading to him? You're going to take her side.
If it's a If it's an attack, yes. If it's just a question, no.
Okay, continue. So security, undivided attention. You're going to always take her side. What else?
I'm going to make sure her offspring are the best of the best.
You're going to make sure
Good
her
health,
offspring are the best. How will you do that?
education. I'm a highly educated person. They'll have the best education. They'll have the best access to powerful, rich, um, significant people that they can uproot whatever they want to do in life.
Okay.
So she will have status because
Rich
of me.
people and status. Okay, what else?
I will try to understand where she comes from and then intuit what solutions that I can find for her and her problems.
So you're going to be a problem solver.
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
I would
problem
say that's the main
solver.
things. I can't think of any others.
Okay, so security. What type of security are you talking about?
Emotional security, that's one.
Emotional security?
She
Like
can talk to me about anything.
like the emotional
She can be
security of
open.
dying and not have to worry about what she's contributing as she's dying? Like that type of emotional security?
She always has to contribute something. It's just I'm going to be
Even as she's
reasonable.
dying.
Yes. Even if she's dying, she has to contribute something.
So
I'm
all
just
that she has,
reasonable.
so fuck all that she's already given. If she's giving you children and giving you support and been your marketing tool and all of this stuff to help you make more money, when she's dying, she's still going to need to contribute.
Something, yes.
And that's
I'm
the
reasonable.
emotional
I'm not going to
security.
expect her.
That's the emotional security that you're expecting. That you're going to give her emotional security by her knowing that her ass, even as it's dying, that she better give something. She's going to feel secure in knowing that.
Even if how she knows that she has the security is, even if she doesn't give something, I'm never going to divorce her. So she'll never be alone. But obviously, if she wants me to be reciprocating, she has to give back some value. Whether it's just, I don't know,
Presence
if
is
I
not
want a book
enough.
read to me or something, or
So while she's
you know,
dying,
just
you're going to
something
need
small
her
gesture.
as she's gasping for air, cancer riddling through
No,
her
no,
body. You're going to
no.
need her to read to you because
Come
that's
on,
what you want.
that's unreasonable. If she can't
Oh.
speak, then obviously I'm not going to ask her to do that.
Oh, but as long as she can speak, BI better be doing something. Okay. All right. So
Something, okay.
so let me ask you a question. How much money are you earning per year right now?
Right now, not a lot.
I'm
I'll
sorry?
say maybe about 80,000 right now.
So
Hopefully,
you
150 by end of next year.
so you say that you're earning 80,000 pounds right now.
No. It's like 60 something. I mean dollars.
Oh, dollars.
That's why I said not a lot. Right. If it was pounds, that's at least 100,000.
So you feel that you're earning
Dollars.
60,000 pounds, $60,000 US dollars.
Sorry, $80,000, about 60,000 pounds.
Okay, $80,000, which you're saying is about 60,000 pounds. What is it that you're doing for a living out there to make 60,000
Oh, at the
pounds?
moment, I'm a lecturer at university.
You're a lecturer at a university? So people
Correct.
entrust you with their knowledge.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's my job.
Little do they know the thoughts that lurk in your mind, that you're calling men simps for taking care of their dying wives, and that imagining. You see, there's a logical. So since you say you're an educated man, you see that there's a logical fallacy there, right? That
No.
you feel
That's not a logical argument, right? That's a intuitive argument. Logically, I
No,
can't make that statement. I can't
there's a
prove it.
logical fallacy in your argument where you say because he did not state. Listen, there's already an assumption that the woman gives more. By your own knowledge, your own admission, a woman gives more of herself in a relationship. Yet when the man
Correct.
spoke about his relationship with his wife, you said that he was a simp because in that one sentence he did not also add information that is implied in the very nature of the relationship. Correct or incorrect?
This is correct.
All right, then. So that was your logical fallacy right there. Let's
Right.
continue. Let's
The issue is I
continue.
wasn't trying to make a logical argument. Because I
It
can't in
doesn't
this
matter.
situation.
You
I can't
made
prove anything.
you listen. It's you still made a logical fallacy. A logical fallacy doesn't matter whether or not you're having an emotional argument. There's still a fallaciousness in your argument. Let's continue forward. Let's continue forward. So you say that you don't have a woman right now, that you're not really
Married,
sure if
yes,
you're. Oh, so you do have a woman, but you're just not married.
correct.
How long have you been dating this woman?
Um, about 9 months, I think, now.
So you've been dating. So you met this woman during the pandemic, and you two have
Correct,
been dating during the pandemic, right?
correct.
And so it's been 9 months, and is she happy in this relationship?
Uh, at this point, probably not.
Why is she not happy? Why is she not happy?
Um, Several reasons.
Tell me your name again, because I don't have it listed on my paper. Tell me what it is.
My manosphere name is Misogynoir.
Your manosphere name is Misogynoir? You said that your
Correct.
name was something else, something the poly.
Okay, so my actual name is Kaizo Polymath.
Your name is Kaiser the poly.
Yes.
And so, Kaiser, why is she not happy right now?
Um, Talking about typical things. She's not emotionally fulfilled. She feels that she wants me to speak to her as a woman and not like a business partner. Just typical stuff like that.
So, you realize that your behavior in application is not the behavior that makes women happy. So you have a woman that you've been with, that you met during the pandemic, right? You met her during the pandemic. She has stated that emotionally she is unfulfilled, that you don't speak to her
Correct.
like a woman, that you speak to her like a business partner. And what was the third thing?
Um, well, she doesn't like to be criticized. I like to, tackle
So
problems head on and fix them. She's a bit delusional. She can't. She argues with me when she doesn't know how to argue, and then she expects me to just simp out and let her win. That's the issues.
so what does your father feel about the way that your mentality now in the manosphere? Well, how does your father feel about it?
He would not know that I'm in the maths team. So
Why would he not know that you're in the manosphere?
I keep my private and uh, you know YouTube life separate.
Why are you not proud? Why are you not proud of your participation
Um,
in the manosphere? Why don't you tell your father how to do it, since you found the solutions? Is your father married
no,
to
no,
your
he's a
mother?
good man. He's a good man. He's a good man. He's a half simp, and he's a good man.
Your father is a half
I'm not.
simp?
Yes, he's a half simp.
Is he married to your mother?
Correct.
So you feel that he simps for your mother?
He's a half simp. Yes.
How long have
Correct.
your parents been married?
At this point, I guess quite a long time.
How
So,
long? 60 years, 40 years, 20 years?
no, maybe less than 30.
So less than 30 years. You're not really quite sure how long your parents been married, but you feel that your father is a half simp for the woman
Yeah,
who you were carried in the womb of for 9 months. What is it that you
he's a
feel
half
makes
simp,
your
not full
father a
simp.
half simp? What do you think makes him a half simp?
Let's say if my mother tries to argue with him, he just kind of accepts the fact that she made an illogical argument and tries to comfort her instead of just, telling her that she's wrong.
Okay. So what do you think would happen if your father behaved towards your mother the way you behave towards women?
Well, he'll be not married. So,
let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. You want your mother to be single in England because you're 30. So your mother's a 60-plus-year-old woman. You want her to be single so that your father could be out here with his foot down as a full what? If he's half simp, he's half what? What is the other half?
He's a half man, half simp.
So you want him to be a full man, and you want your mother to be out there single, living on her own in an apartment where you got to go visit your mother in the lurches.
No, I can't comment on that relationship. They seem to be happy, so it's nothing to do with me.
Listen. You said your father is a half simp and that he would not be married if he was a full man, which means that you want
Correct.
your parents to be divorced because you want your father to be a full man, no? Or you want him to be a half simp or a full simp. What do you want him to be? You want him to be a full man?
No, it's too late. It's too late for him. If he would have set the law from the beginning, maybe, but he can't be saved. So.
Okay. So the union that brought you into this world and nurtured you into the educated man that you are, bringing in 60,000 pounds a year, that relationship was not good enough. You need a better relationship, a relationship where a man is a full man and the woman is emotionally unfulfilled, psychologically battered, and dealing with a man that is a full man who does not have the flexibility to be in a relationship with a woman. The cash apples are going crazy with you on the line. Listen.
Go on.
No, go ahead. I want to hear your answer to the question.
I think that I respect the path he took. He's been, like I said, he's a good man. Half man, half simp, but he's good. He did a good job raising 3 successful children and has a successful marriage. I respect that part of it. But there are parts of his character that leaks into his other parts of his life. The issue with simps is simps also tend to not be as successful as men like me, for example. They don't know how to make the right moves at the right time.
So your father's not successful.
In a way, he's successful enough, but not as successful as he could be with his intelligence. He could be far more successful.
Okay. So you said women actually stop men from being... What were you saying? What were you about to say? I cut you off. My bad.
All right. So I was saying basically, women are actually attracted to more men like me. And that's just true. When I was a simp, I had far fewer women. However, there's a compromise that women need to understand is if you marry a man on his purpose, you're going to have to suffer a little bit on that so-called thing they call love. For me, love is different. Love is about commitment, going through thick and thin and being there, not taking easy ways out and, just supporting. I would never leave my family, for example. That's what I call love. Love is contextual. It's beyond context. Women tend to don't love from a beyond context position. They love based on how they feel. If their feelings change, which they will, they stop showing that love and commitment. So I feel that a real man, so no, remember that word real should be out of my mouth. I feel that a man should have that kind of love I've said, not the woman kind of love that breeds instability. Our community is broken at this point because many men are weak and they think like women. And if you are responsible for a company, and a family is a company, right? You have to be strong leadership. Otherwise,
let me ask you this question.
What happens is
Let me ask you this question. Who do you think have longer, more fulfilling relationships? Women in relationships with women or men in relationships with men?
I would say probably men and men are more stronger relationship.
You think so?
I know they have less abusive behavior in those relationships from the studies.
This shows your delusion. Men
Really?
can barely get into relationships with other men. The gay community is rife with one night stands, non committal sex, disease, and lies, philandering, slutting, hoeing. The gay men that I speak to, oh, we done lost connection again. We done lost connection. We'll try him back.
Hello?
Men can barely get into relationships with other men. They just don't foster healthy relationships with one another typically. It's very rare. It's very, very rare. And men actually, there is a dearth of men seeking committed relationships with the ability to maintain those relationships. And those relationships that are maintained in the gay community, men and men, there is one man who is more rested in his feminine. And it is that man and his desire to foster the relationship that actually helps the relationship stay together and grow. Men who are behaving as these quote unquote men that you say are just having one night stands. I wanted to say something very vulgar, but I'm going to hold that back. But they just don't have the healthy relationships. Like women and women, they meet one another. They say that with lesbians, the second date is with the U-Haul truck. They move in with one another, they get together, and they do what it is that they need to do to support one another emotionally in these relationships. Like even friendships between women have deeper, tighter bonds than the friendships that men have with other men. Like men, the advice that they give other men, by and large, is vapid surface advice that doesn't really get to the root of the matter. Like men don't have, this is why suicide is so high. I shouldn't have said that word. This is why the S word is so high in the male community, because men just don't really have outlets among one another to really dive into their issues. They're not taking care of themselves psychologically. They're not doing the internal work. And the fact that you really don't understand yourself as a man and your own weaknesses and your downfall, you're just going to perpetuate this behavior. You're going to continue to look for a thing and think that being this quote unquote man is going to get you into a happy relationship, when you're actually going to oppress the very feminine nature of a woman and have a hollow person in a relationship with you that is going to wake up one day and divorce you because she's unfulfilled, she's unsatisfied, and the moment that the children can take care of themselves, or even before that, she's going to file paperwork, and while you're at work one day doing what you feel that men do, you're going to come home and the children are going to be gone, and this woman that you didn't appreciate is going to be absent as well. The house will be cleaned out, and you'll be wondering why. You know that, and the manosphere men know that 80% of divorce is filed by women. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is?
Women are emotionally unstable.
You
So
feel that it's the emotional instability of women, or do you see that's this is what I'm saying. This is the story that the manosphere has told themselves, because the manosphere doesn't really understand women. The manosphere is gearing you up to have your spine tapped on by somebody else's nutsack. That's what the manosphere is gearing you up for you to be face down on a pillow somewhere, hollering into the downy fiber. That's what they're gearing you up for.
there is a part of the landscape that they say
I'm sorry, I
you
can't
do
hear
not
you.
cohabit. Have I lost connection again?
Your sound is going in and out.
Hmm. Uh, Let me find a better spot. So many men actually say don't get married because it's a dangerous game.
You know,
Personally, I will.
You know, the goal is
Children
not
need.
just the goal is not just marriage, Kaiser. The goal is not just marriage. The goal is really a fulfilling union with another person. That's what the goal is. One in which you're fulfilled and they're fulfilled as well. Part of the issue that exists in the manosphere is that far too many of the men in the manosphere seem to be really only concerned about appearances. They don't care about whether or not they're really happy. They're looking for a woman who can be a marketing tool on the outside, but not really have what it takes on the inside to make this relationship work. And not really doing the stuff that they need to. I'm not surprised that your girlfriend is not happy. I'm not surprised. And it's going to take you. Did you know, did you know that women actually don't like rock hard penises? Did you know that?
Don't know that.
Okay, let me just school you real quick. Women don't like rock hard penises. They like a penis that is somewhere in between, right? More on the harder side, but somewhere, but not a completely rigid penis. Not completely rigid. Because the penis has to be, it has to be able to mold to her body. No one wants a soft, phalanging around. They don't want that. But they need a penis that is just pliable enough to be able to work and mold into her body. A very, very hard, stiff, rock hard penis is painful. Jabbing around in there. You don't want to know what that feels like, just jabbing around in there. They need something that their walls can squeeze down around and find its own groove. That's what women like, right? When it comes to
Right.
men, you cannot be rock hard as a person, as a human being. You can't be rock hard. You have to be pliable. There has to be a certain amount of give. And the relationship that your father has with your mother, I don't know the relationship, but I can imagine that any man who has been in successful relationship with a woman, that there's a certain amount of give that you have to give, right? You have to
Right.
be pliable. There has to be an amount of flexibility, enough hardness for her to like your hardness, but enough flexibility for you two to mold around one another.
I don't disagree there. It's a journey. But I have to go back to class. But
Of
thank you very
course.
much for having me here.
All right. Well, thank you so much for participating in the conversation. Have a
Yeah,
good day.
no problem.
All right. Listen, nobody said a semi. Nobody said a semi erection. I'm not talking about a semi erection. I'm talking about one that is not a nickel plated erection. For men, they think the harder the better. They want a nickel plated erection. Like, think about it. Think about the toys that women use. Women don't use hard plastic toys. They use silicone for a reason. They don't use something that you don't stick, like they have those hard plastic vibrators. You don't stick that inside of you. It doesn't feel good. Imagine something large like that trying to poke around in there. It doesn't feel good. You need something that is just pliable enough. You don't want something nickel plated. You don't want that. How many of you out there got glass dildos? How many of you got glass dildos? Though seriously, does the glass dildo feel good? Or does the one that is silicone covered, does that feel better? I'm asking you a question. You don't have to answer out loud because we all have different practices at home. You know what I'm saying? Listen, what's that? All right, the apples have come in. All right, the apples are here. So we're going to read the apples that have come in. Thank you all so much for supporting the show. Text notification squad, I didn't give you all your shout out in the beginning. I'll give you the shout out at the end. Sending cash apples supports the show. Being a part of the text notification squad supports the show. So thank you all. There's 1,500 people on YouTube, 300 on Facebook. Let me see. LinkedIn doesn't give their stats over. There's nobody on Twitter. Twitter, you all are falling off. You got to represent. All right. Desiree sends $2 and says, support and love Big Sis. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Joy sends $2 and says, Dustology 101. Simp equal a man who isn't a dust bucket. It's very strange. You know, it's like, oh my goodness. And Steve, hey, my boy, hey. He sends $50 and says, Hex is now the third largest crypto by market cap. You know what? I'm gonna do what I need to do. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tony sends $1 and says, my hubby watching and hanging his head in shame. I mean, well, your husband is probably half simp according to the definition out there, because any man who's going to be married to a woman has to soften himself some. You have to soften yourself some to be in relationship with women. So he's probably half simp. Tony says, because he never knew some BM were this dumb. Child, listen, you know what? Talk to a man who has a healthy relationship and talk to his woman and see whether or not, because from the outside, things can look all right, but talk to her behind the scenes and see what the deal is. Latoya sends $5 and says, thanks for breaking down this manosphere BS. She got a sick face and a tornado. Child, listen. Allison sends $1 and says, maybe he should take a lesson from his father. No, he doesn't want what his father has because he wants to have money. I'm going to tell you all this saying. I forget who said the saying. You all can tell me if you know the saying and who said it. If you want to go faster, go alone. If you want to go farther, go together. So yeah, you can make more money if you're single, but what will the meaning of your life be when you're shriveled up, balls hanging down to your back, laying on a bed, gnarled knees and gnarled fingers, crunched up together in the fetal position in hospice care, and nobody coming to visit you, dying there alone. Far too many Black men. Listen, talk to the nurses. Far too many Black men dying in hospice care, gnarled, bony knees and emaciated calves with big dry feet down at the bottom, long toenails, scraggly beard and unkept hair, laying, teeth missing in hospice care, heart beating out of their chest, no one coming to sit by their bed to read for them, no one there to even care, dying alone in a room where the nurses have to come and wipe vomit off your chin and neck. Come on. Velvet sends $1 and says, you always let them trip themselves up with the boxing gloves. Hey, listen. I don't understand. I don't understand. Then Julius sends $1 and says, he clearly was pro-Black. Yeah, he said he was pro-Black. I don't know if that was our Julius from the 3-part series. We don't know, but yeah. Ronisha sends $5 and says, I love how you let him set himself up. Listen, they told me I should have been a lawyer, but the legal field wasn't ready for me. Wakita sends $2 and says, new text notification squad member. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much, Wakita. If you want to join the text notification squad and support the channel and support yourself, because as you know, YouTube shadow banned this video when I first put it up because it had the word pro-Black community in the title. But the text notification squad, you all, excuse me, you all help me be able to get the broadcast up and running because there's more than 600 people on the text notification squad. So when I send out the text, you all come straight through and I don't have to depend on the YouTube algorithm. So if you want to join the text notification squad, the link is in the description. Go ahead and click on that or go to TanyaTKO.com and click on text. It's $1.99 a month or $22 for the year. You got $22 to support content creators that you love. So spend the $22 a year, or if you're international, $50 a year, or $4.99 a month, and go from there. So we should take one more phone call, right? I'm going to turn on the regular phone lines. Regular phone lines are open. We're going to take one more phone call, right? I appreciate you all very much for all the love that you give. Yes, we do owe you part 3. It's been hard to get the ladies together, but yes, we do owe you part 3. I'm going to talk to the ladies about that today because there's been so much going on because, basically some of the stuff we talked about in the beginning of this video. So phone lines are open, 323-488. Here's the number across the screen right here, 3149. And listen, you all are calling us out as you should. Where is part 3? We need to do part 3. We need to sit down and do part 3. You're on the air live with Tanya. Turn down your stuff in the background. Talk to me through the phone.
Yes, we do owe you part 3.
All right. We're going to take the next call. When you call up, make sure that your stuff is down in the background and that you're ready to talk. So, listen, I want you all, text notification squad, go ahead and throw up your 10s. I appreciate you all. Throw up your 10s. I'm going to put the comments up on the screen. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name? Baby, I need you to
Julius.
talk to me through the phone. You can't listen in the background because there's a delay. Okay?
Let me turn it off. Yeah, this is Julius, Tanya.
Oh, our Julius?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Good morning.
From the
How are
3-part
you?
series that we did?
Yes, the breakdown series, the trash bag
Yeah,
psychology. Absolutely.
I heard that you were going around YouTube talking junk about me. Why would you do that?
I'm not talking junk about you, Tanya.
I didn't watch any of the
I
videos,
tell
but
everybody.
I heard that you were talking junk about me, about how I did this to you
I'm
and did
not.
that to you.
No, I wasn't talking junk about you, Tanya. But we can't deny some of the things that we hear in that video, in that conversation.
What did you hear in the conversation that was troubling to you?
That was specifically troubling to me.
Yeah.
On how I only watched a little bit of the breakdown. Actually, on how y'all try to paint that I like white women and to support your argument and to try to make me look stupid. When that's not true, that's the furthest thing from the truth, Tanya. And the simple fact that Cynthia G and Kristen Kerrison can come on your platform and not give you the respect as a speaker at all. I gave you respect as a speaker and as that being your platform, Tanya.
Okay.
And you didn't defend me at all on there.
Defend
Maybe once
you?
because I brought up Nat Turner, but that's it, Tanya. That's it. You didn't. She was able to cut me off. She was able to keep speaking because I guess she's educated.
Hold on. Listen, the first part of the show I dedicated to you, and you were able to say everything that you needed to say. I asked you questions, and that was that. The second part of the show, people came on and wanted to ask you questions. I stopped you from being attacked on that show, and I did my very best to be able to have a balanced conversation. Which part of the conversation do you feel was not balanced?
The parts where I had to lash out. You feel what I'm saying? I only spoke like that and with that passionate and slight aggression. Say again?
You feel that somebody else made you lash out.
No, it was. See, the thing is, if you look at the conversation, I was being back into the corner with these questions and things like that. You know, saying these leading questions that if I answer in any type of way, it reveal a little bit more of what I think and what I thought, so that can be dissected and put on the forefront.
Yes.
Okay, and that's cool. That's cool and all. But the thing is, I wasn't properly allowed to answer the questions. I wasn't properly allowed to lay out my basis to answer the question because I wasn't given enough time. I was continuously being cut off. Julius, like, come on now. Who can answer a question like that?
Yeah, part of the issue, Julius, is this, right? There were questions that you were not answering and you were going off on tangents. And that's why people had to call your name so much. It was like people wanted to take shots for every time we had to say Julius. It's like, listen, I told you I was happy to have you on the program because you helped us, just like that man. You did you hear the call that we were on with this man?
Yeah, I listened to him. I don't know what he was talking about. He does not represent anybody over here. Okay.
Okay.
I would hate to say that.
Nobody says he was representing anybody besides himself. So he represented himself, but we were able to have a conversation. I hear you breathing. Are you smoking while you're on the line?
No, I'm not smoking.
Because that's the way people be sounding when they doing they puffs. in the background. They
I'm
be
walking
like,
away. Hold on. I'm walking away. I'm trying to keep the things clean. There's stuff in my background. I had to walk
okay,
away.
okay. So, Julius, when they were asking you questions, you were not answering the questions. You see that I like to ask questions. I like to dive into the mind, and the answers that you gave us were perfect, wonderful answers. You helped us
Mm,
see and understand. I had several epiphanies, especially from breaking down the mentality, because there are men out there who feel like, you just heard this man that was on the line. He felt that a woman is a marketing tool. She's not a complete whole human being that has wants and desires and needs and all this other stuff that need to be fulfilled in her own life. She's a marketing tool to help him make more money, for other people to like him better, et cetera, et cetera. And so when you were
but this,
talking, you helped us be able to dive into the mentality of how people feel that white women elevate them in the eyes of white men. So we thank you for that. I don't understand. I didn't see any issue with the phone
but see
call.
that I didn't see any issue with that either because I do believe that is true. You see it all through society. But
Okay. So then
Tanya,
what? So
there's a
then what is
question that I
what
wanted
is
to
your?
ask you though. What makes pro black people or pro black anything anti black women? I
That's the
wasn't in on
question.
the.
That's the question. And people were calling up
So
and
so you don't
answering.
know,
Hmm.
or do you have an idea? Do you don't know, or do you have an idea as a black woman?
I
What
have
would
an
you say?
idea. I have an idea. However, I'm here to listen to what other people have to say.
Could I answer that, or could you give me like just a little bit of something that how you feel as a black woman?
Why do I feel that the pro-black community is anti-black woman? I think that I
Yes,
think I
parts of it,
think
man.
I think I think men in general have been taught not to really see the value of a woman outside of her sex and sexuality. I think that men don't regard women as completely human. And this is seen all throughout the
Mm-hmm.
ages when men have been in control, that they go into a community and they conquer the men and they sexually assault the women. You're someplace
Mm-hmm.
where there's roosters?
Yes, I'm sorry. It's in the morning. It's in the morning, and my neighbor has roosters and
That is
things like
so
that.
amazing. Wow. All right. So they go in, they intimately assault the women. Like the women, like assaulting the women is a slight on the men, when actually assaulting the women is a slight on her. You hurt her when
Mm-hmm.
you do that. And even
Mm-hmm.
texts like the Bible and other places just really posit as if women are not really humans that have agency. And so I think that men have been acculturated to not really see women as valuable as men. Like if a woman is walking down the street and she doesn't want to talk to a man, he will continue to try to talk to her, haranguing and harassing her until she says, I have a man. But it just can't be, I have decided that I don't like you, I don't want you, I don't resonate with you. Even terms like the friend zone and stuff like that, there are all different types
Mm-hmm.
of indications in our society that men don't regard women as fully human. And I think that that translates over into the quote unquote pro black community, where women are just not really seen as fully human. And so they're not regarded with the same value as men. That's my answer.
Are you speaking like, especially with like, because what the last caller was speaking on was simp, all that type of stuff. Do you think that's heavily embedded in the pro black community? Those type of beliefs and ideologies?
In the pro,
With
no,
men being simp,
I think no,
men
that's
shouldn't
the
date women with
manosphere.
children or things like that.
That's the manosphere. These are different communities. That's the manosphere. There is
Oh,
some
okay.
overlap, though. There is overlap. The pro-black
Mm-hmm.
community and the manosphere. There's a section at the end where there's overlap, and then you got the manosphere, and then you have red pill, and then you have sib sim and MGTOW, and it just continues to go all the way down. So at the far end, you have men who pander, men who are weakened, men who don't have their own agency and who overly worship women. Then you have,
Yes.
a balanced man. Then you have all of the different subsectors that have overlap beneath that.
they're supporting these things, and it's like it's a danger. It's a danger for them to be in society. Like they should be on a registry.
All right. So you called in to say what? Give us your statement, because the call times are
Okay,
limited.
I
I did
got you. I
open
got
up
you.
the line
Okay,
for
I
a
got
little
you. I got
while.
you. But no, for real, Tanya, what I feel is like, if anything, it's more black women that are pro-black, or that are against pro-black, that do things that wouldn't be acceptable. If they, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it such a thing to like date a white man? If that is some of your solutions to, I guess, this situation where you feel how men are, then let that be your solution. You know, you don't have to tear down other people or other
Who were you
entities,
talking
or try to
about?
point out the look on how silly they sound
Who were you talking
to
about?
support your argument.
Are you talking about me?
No,
Who
you
are you
don't do that,
talking
Tanya.
about?
You don't do that.
So then who
But
are you
see,
talking
because
about?
what I'm speaking towards is
You're on the air with me. I want you to make the
yes.
conversation relevant to us, to what we're talking
hmm
about. What are you talking about? How does that relate?
I'm trying to answer the
Who
question
said
of
anything about white men? You're confusing me.
because pro-black is in the conversation, correct?
So how
And
does white
if
men get
pro-black
into
is
the conversation?
so anti-black women, if pro-black is so anti-black women, then why are there these troops of women, of black women in particularly, who kind of mascotted other races and of other men as even like a shot?
Why don't you go onto their channels and ask them, please?
I don't know. I don't know any of their channels. I don't
So
even
then,
know any pro-black channels. Like,
but you're on my channel talking about stuff that doesn't have anything to do with it, and you're asking me how somebody else feels on their channel, but you don't go to their channel to ask them.
so all I'm saying is that pro-black don't seem anti-black women. They're not anti-black women, and they don't seem black women. If there's overlap and you just had a whatever they're called, misogynic, whatever, men's cycle, whatever the fuck they call, or whatever they're called, sorry about that, then they don't align with pro-black. So I don't even know why he was able to be up here, and your title is it's pertaining to pro-black.
Yeah, but you came into the conversation late. On the very first phone call, I gave examples of why I feel that the pro-black community is anti-black woman.
But do you see why that's not true?
No, I don't. What example have you given me that it's not true? You've come up here and talked about other things. You have not addressed you
Because
have not addressed
me,
it.
I'm pro-black. I'm pro-black.
You called a white
I date
man
black and
a
I
nigger
procreate black.
lover.
Tanya, you feel what I'm saying? And out of that,
You called him a nigger lover, referring to a black woman as that
yes,
nigger.
and I'm still pro-black.
And that's my point exactly. You just proved my point. You're
No, that's
anti-black
the term. I didn't
woman.
come up with. You already talked with that. I didn't prove any point.
You
I didn't prove any
called
point.
her. You want to try to get rah-rah with me on the line now that I'm here on the phone by myself, son? You don't want that. You don't want that. Calm yourself, please. Let's have a
What, you got off
conversation
live?
like normal people,
Oh
okay?
no. I'm not doing that to you.
Okay. All right. Because I put on a good face because we were having a group discussion. But come to me like that, we're going to have
hmm
problems, okay? Listen, as
Okay,
long as
so
we can
all
both
right, all right,
respect
all
what,
right.
like, as long
Can we
as we
have the
can both
discussion?
respect one another, right? You called a black woman the N-word with a hard ER. How is that pro-black woman? That sounds
No,
very
I didn't call. See,
anti-black
the thing is,
woman.
look, listen to what I'm saying. And I gave you the context. And I gave you the context on this on the first video when I was in your thing. I gave you the context on this. I didn't know they was together. I didn't know his black girlfriend, was in the room. To be honest, I think it was a setup. Okay, I didn't know they was in the room. So when I was speaking to that white man, I was speaking from the context of his family. That's what his family would say. Okay,
Okay.
and I even put on a white voice. If you want to call it
Okay.
trolling, you want to call it baiting. But
Okay.
I got what I needed from it, and he exposed himself. So historically, with all this nigger lover stuff, I've been nigger. So if anything, okay, and this is the thing. Wait a minute. She said on the broadcast. Wait, she said on the broadcast that for one, they didn't talk about it. Of course, they didn't talk about it because he feels so comfortable saying the N word with a hard ER. He doesn't have respect for that sister, and that's clear.
Listen. Here.
So even if I said it,
Listen, if you listen, babe,
I'm not
if
gonna
you
feel
want,
bad for saying that word because
if you
I am
if
black. I'm not gonna feel bad for saying that word, Tanya.
okay,
No, so I didn't prove no
all
point.
right. If you want to
I
talk
use
to
it how I
her, you
feel.
can go talk to her about that. You said that the pro-black community is not anti-black woman, right? I gave
They're
you an
not.
example, and it's like you don't seem to be able to see. You don't seem to be
Okay,
able
these are
to
the
see.
same. These are the same women that's dyeing their hair. The same women out here went putting weave in their shit, burning their
My
whole
hair is
scalps
dyed.
out. Okay,
My
these are
hair,
same women
my hair
that
is
are
dyed.
doing things that are against us, not pro-black. So of course we're gonna. A part of the pro-black community is going to be anti-black women because there's a big majority of black women out here that don't want to adhere to some of the things about being pro-black, and that's cool. That's cool. Okay.
Okay, so what you're
So if they was
saying
aligning
is,
up with,
hold on, baby, hold on. So what you're saying is that if a woman does not operate in the way that you feel that she should operate, if a black woman decides to live her life as she decides to live it, you will not be for that woman. You will be against her.
that's fine. That is absolutely fine. I will look out for
That's
it,
the
see if
question.
everything's cool. That is absolutely fine. I will look out for it, see if everything's cool. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be against her, and I ain't got to be for her. I don't have to support somebody doing drugs. I don't have to be around them and adhere to that if I don't believe they
Right, but
should
do
be
you
doing it.
have
And
to
I'm
call
you know
them
what I mean?
bitches?
Hmm.
Do you have to call them bitches?
I don't call them B
And
words. I don't call black women B
okay.
words.
So, what I think that you can do is just do a little bit of research, right?
Now here we
Into
go with the downplay.
into
Research on what, Tanya?
into the pro-black community, right? And the ways that they
Hmm.
refer to women that they don't agree with. Just take a look and see.
No, no. Let's wait. Let's wait because there's a lot of things that's going on with this beside it, and even that how that last caller was talking. That yes, they're showing signs of fallacies. They're showing signs of insecurities. But me, I can't relate to none of that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't even feel the way that this man feel about all that half simp. I don't believe in none
Are
of
you
that
a
shit he's
part of the
talking about.
pro-black community? Who are the people
I don't
that
know
you
anybody
so
from the pro black community. All I know is I date black and I procreate black,
okay,
and I have
okay, hold
I
on,
have really good reasons why.
hold on. Please, can you hear me? Are you able to hear what it
Yes,
is that I'm saying right now? Because I feel like I got to talk clear into the microphone so that you can hear what I'm saying. The
yeah, I can
title
hear you,
of
Tanya. Go
this
ahead.
video says the pro-black community. You just stated that you do not know the pro-black community. So that means that you can't really
No,
speak on a community that you don't know,
what is
right?
pro black?
I'm
This
talking about
black
the
you doing it? Come on now.
I'm talking about the pro-black community. You just said you're not a
I
part of the
don't
pro-black
identify with
community.
them. There's fallacies
All
within their
right then.
community. It's already corrupt.
So then you
It's
cannot
already
answer
corrupt.
for so then you cannot answer for it, then can you? You can't answer for it then,
But
right?
I can
Right?
speak up for black men.
Right. You can speak up for black men. You can speak up for whatever you want to, but you cannot speak up for the
Uh,
pro-black community because you're not a part of the pro-black community, as you have just stated, correct?
you need to get off of me.
All right.
That's well. If I don't know, you're right. I can't really speak on it. They might be doing stuff that I don't know, and I'm not going to be held responsible for that. Trying to speak for them.
all right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate you we appreciate you calling in. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Where's my apples at? We're gonna take one more phone call. I'm gonna read the apples, and then we're gonna jump out of here. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Oh my gosh. You're on your live with Tanya. What's your name?
No name.
I'm sorry?
I don't have a name or.
All right. Phone lines are open 323-488-3149. 323-488-3149. I don't have the listen, don't troll me. Don't try to troll me. All right. There we go. Oh. Sir, what is your name?
Jacob.
Jacob, are you trolling?
Absolutely not.
All right, so then let's talk, Jacob. What is your comment today about the pro-Black community, anti-Black woman?
I don't necessarily agree with that, but I do see exactly why you would say that. But I have a question for you.
All right, I'm turning off the phone lines. That's it. All right. Listen, Nina Plia. I know easy. I'm not playing these games. I'm not playing these games here today. Listen, you can play with your buddy. You can play with your hood. You can play with your pianist. You can even play the bongos or the pianos, but don't come and try to play with me. As simple as that. Don't try to come and play with me. All right. Don't try to come and play with me. As simple as that. It's simple. I don't listen. All right. So we have an apple that has come in from Daphne, and Daphne says so for support and knockout. Hey, listen, I appreciate that. We're gonna go out of this broadcast to some dancing because I'm tired of these people and how they are behaving. Courtney sends $5 and says, sis, you deserve apples for that last phone call. Child, listen, thank you. I'm going to leave the apples up on the screen, child. Listen. Hey, Shodnitra came in with the $20. Thank you, Shodnitra. Thank you. She says support. Thank you for letting them indict themselves. Listen, I don't understand where these people are coming from with the madness. Where they're coming from. All right, so should we go out to some funk or some island music? Let's get this. Let's get the funk together. Come on. Hey, come on. All right. Hey. All right, listen. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, what? Love yourself. And part of loving yourself is what? Part of loving yourself is having difficult conversations, asking questions, having difficult conversations, asking the tough questions. That's what part of loving yourself. Hey. We got another apple that just came in. Berta sends $5 and says, you check them. You doggone right. Yeah. Come on. Hey. Let me get it together now. Hey. Oh. Where's the sound coming from? Let me get it now. Hey. Come on. This is about to. Hey. Let's go again. Hey. Throw those boxing gloves. Hey. Hey, we got an apple that has come in. Let's refresh. Hey, Davita sends $10. It says, great work. I've learned some hard truths today. I need to know what the hard truths are that you learned, because there's some wildness going on out there. Yes, come on. gosh, there's another apple that just came in. Let's check the apple. Brian sends $5 and says, great show. Thank you so much, Brian. We appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, you know what? I don't know if we can go out without some of my Caribbean. Hey, 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 hey. Come on, you ready? Let me know if you're ready. For the East Coast, West Coast wine. Let me know if you're ready. Let me know. Hey, you ready? You ready? You ready? Oh! Oh! One more time. One more time. Okay, here we go. Hey! one more, and then we're getting out of here. Oh, you don't know nothing about that, no. Don't get hurt. Don't get hurt now. Listen. Listen. Hey. Daphne sends $1 for dancing. You all are so dope. Thank you, Daphne. Thank you. Thank you. That was fun. Go out there and love one another. There's one more that came in. I want to grab that before we jump off. Most importantly, love yourself. Honestly, part of loving yourself is asking questions and being ever vigilant and open to the answers, and really using answers as information gathering. You know, for the people who learned something from this broadcast, what is it that you learned during this broadcast? I'd love to hear what you learned. Oh my Lord. You all are the dopest. You're so amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. You know, it's like when that beat, I don't know, is it just me because I'm Caribbean American? But when you hear that music, does it just make you want to just get up and dance? It's like I can't help myself. This is such a funny dance. what? I need to know. Whew. I need to know if it's just me. Because when those horns start blaring and that drum starts a going, I cannot help myself. All right. So Ebo sends $15 and says, you gave these men something to think about today. Hopefully. All right. On that note, I'll see you all in the next video. Hopefully we'll be broadcasting later. There's another one that came in. Davita sends $1 and says they lack emotional intelligence and connection. That's the sad part, but the thing is that they think they're so connected and they think they know, but they don't know how to make women happy. And they're listening to men on how, I don't even really think they care about making women happy because they're listening to men. Hey, Simone in the house. Ciao, Belle from Italy. Hey. So Simone sends $50 and says, dancing with you in Italy. How dope. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you. We appreciate that. All right. So we'll probably be doing another broadcast later today. Hopefully. I have an all-day appointment out of the office. Play the Apples music. It's just that we're all the way at the end of the show right now, so I wasn't even expecting to get more apples in. But I appreciate each and every one of these. Thank you all so much for supporting the show. Text Notification Squad, thank you for being you. All of the people who send the apples, if you don't want your apples read on air, but you still want to be able to support, you can always send your apples when we're off air, and I send you back an emoji knowing that I got it. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you all for supporting the show, supporting the content. Make sure that you subscribe so you know how to reach my platform again. And I will see you all in the next video. Tanya TKO, and I am out. Peace.